What's up, guys and gals? This is going to be another reaction video on Metal Reacts. Welcome. This is a little bit longer song. It's another song from my friend Wade. It's by the band W.A.S.P. It's called The Heretic, The Lost Child. And what Wade was saying was that this song basically is very relevant to today's social and political climate and the world and what's going on, especially with Russia invading Ukraine and just a lot of the turmoil that we've experienced in recent years. He said this song is very pertinent to that that whole situation, and that I should give it a listen. He recommended it very highly. So as far as I know, W.A.S.P. is like an 80s metal band. I haven't listened to any of their songs. I've never heard this song. I don't know what to expect. I am excited though. And yeah, let's get into this thing. I have the lyric video pulled up, so I'll be able to follow along with the lyrics as I'm listening. Quite the build up here. Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. He said, let's see if I can back it up. Because hate's blind addictions, a killing machine, and it burns on the fuel of shattered lives. That's some poetry right there for you. Yeah, it's sort of making the... I guess George Carlin was famous for saying we're a warlike people, and there's a lot of hate and people pointing the finger today, blaming one another for society's problems, going to war with each other. Everybody's on pins and needles waiting for everything to collapse, basically. And he's saying, because hate's blind addictions, a killing machine. So what is this killing machine? In essence, it's an addiction to hatred. And it burns on the fuel of shattered lives. So it leaves all of these people destroyed. All of these lives destroyed in its wake. And yeah, that's pretty powerful. I can definitely see why he was saying this is pertinent to today's world. I like that. He said, um, "You've made of thy brother, and wade through the slaughter you've made of thy brother, and drown in his blood when he dies." So you've killed your brother, you're waging war against your brother, and then when you finally kill him, you're going to drown in his blood. So you're really killing both of you. So this conflict that we're experiencing right now isn't good for either party. And it's fratricide. It is, we're all supposed to be members of the human species, of the human family, but we're not acting that way. We're waging war against each other. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. He said that, and worship the Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is a book, but I think the Lord of the Flies is also a reference to Satan. I think he's referenced as the Lord of the Flies. It could also be a secondary demon, somebody else, but I think that is a reference to Lucifer. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, cool. We're going to get a guitar solo, maybe? Okay, at this point in the song, I'm a little bit confused as to how the heretic relates to all of this story of death and destruction. A heretic is somebody who is essentially, they don't believe the doctrines of the established church. They have heretical ideas, just means that they don't believe in God. They may not believe in God, or they may not believe in the religious rituals in a given society. Um, I'm kind of lost as to how he's using that metaphor of the heretic in this particular song, but I'm hopeful that he'll maybe explain it later on, or maybe Wade, you'll explain it to me. Also, the lost child. I don't think it's necessarily even a single child. I think it's a lost people. I think we've gotten so obsessed with the things that separate us, and the things that define us seem to put a gap between us all and keep us from really appreciating and helping one another like we could, because we're so different. Each person's an individual, but when we've separated ourselves into little tribes based on how we self-identify, and at a certain level, we're going to have to get rid of this tribal identity culture that we have built. whether you're gay, straight, black, white, male, female, Republican, Democrat, we're rich or poor. I think what we've got to do is attack these categories of being until they're no longer relevant. They may still exist, but they won't be that important. Like I've said in the past to some of my friends, if you take people that identify differently and you put them in one room, as long as they enjoy each other's company, the fact that they identify as different things isn't going to amount to a hill of beans. It just doesn't matter. And I think that's something that more of us could experience and actually benefit from if we realized, hey, it doesn't matter if my best friend's a Christian or if they're bisexual or if they're trans or if they're Republican, or we can overlook these differences if we can just learn to relate on a deeper, more human level. So I would say not just the lost child, I would say a lost civilization. That's where we're at right now. But the heretic part has got me a little bit confused. I'm not sure what's going on there. Good solo. Nice extended solo here. This song is rocking, man. I don't know what year this came out, but I know it's in the 80s, but this is pretty good. This is like, reminds me of bands like Dokken and Rat and, just that era of 80s metal. The more commercial side of 80s metal, I should say. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely really cool. I think the message is pertinent to today. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, it highlights all of the worst aspects of what we've become as a civilization and as a country and a species. We still haven't outgrown a lot of those heritable factors or traits from our primate ancestors. The propensity to wage war over land and resources, and to make enemies out of each other when we could be friends. and to be selfish and to think selfishly and to bring the entire world down, even if it means our own destruction. That's kind of where this is coming from. And I think it was a warning back then in the 80s, and I think it still holds up today as something that people need to be cognizant of. You know, you can usually judge your character by how many enemies you have. Um, if, you know, a lot of people hate you, then that's not all the time, but it's generally you're playing into that hate also, on some level. Um, and you know, if you hate a bunch of people, that's generally a reflection of your character also. So, good song, Wade. I enjoyed it. My interpretation's probably going to differ from his, and it's probably going to differ from the people that watch this video. So, what I want to do is open the floor for people to comment and to leave their own interpretations of what this song means. What does the heretic mean to you? Um, is hate a religion in our society? And if it is, what does being the heretic to that religion mean? How would you conduct your life? How would you live? How would you think? What would you say to other people? You know, all interesting things to consider. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. This is Metal Reacts. My name is Scott. Please like, comment, subscribe below, and let me know what other songs you'd like to have reacted to in the future, and what other albums you'd like to see reviews of on the channel. And yeah, I look forward to talking with you guys and exchanging ideas. And thank you for watching the video. Bye.